December December 11, 2025. It is 2 days since my birthday. I had birthday December 9, and there were no one coming here and congratulating me, and it will not be anyone in Christmas either. I am by myself since that time when God come and talked to me in year 2000. In 25 years I have been on my own, and today I got more answers from God why I am by myself. But first I wanted to tell you that I have a nightmare this morning because I was up to 5 o'clock in the night for about 1 hour. I was up because it was so much pain in my legs. And then I go to bed, and then I had this nightmare. And it is not bad to have nightmares. It can be for some people, but as I have education in psychology and I know much about the brain, the nightmare I had, it was a healing that the brain tried to find out my problems, and it was a dream that I was in United States, and I had got some belongings. I don't know. I don't remember the start of the nightmare, but I had some belongings, and I was by myself and had no money and was in another country. I live in Sweden today, and am born in Sweden and was born in Sweden. So I was there and homeless in the United States for 3.5 years. And now it come this that I was on my own. But I met a young man that in some way we were talking, we connected to each other. And then I don't remember the whole thing because it was not a vision, it was a nightmare to help my brain to find out what I have going on. And then it was that I had these belongings, but then of some reason I lost it into water, and it was floating there in the water, and that man that I had connected with, he jumped into the water and took out one of the bag I had, but I had one more, and he had to go down deep in the water to find it. But it was very much what people have thrown out in the water. So he had hard to find it. So I left the bag that he had taken up, and then I go to show him where I saw the bag was floating. So I go there and pointed out the bag in the water, Then I saw that it was someone that stole the bag that was already up from the water, and I couldn't run after this person as it goes so quick that they steal and then quick run away. And then in the water there were not that bag that was lost. So in that way I didn't have anything. And then I'm thinking about that I had something. I didn't lost everything because I had my life. I was not killed. I was still alive. And that was the nightmare was about. So it was not really scaring. It was more like disappointed that I lost those things I got. And then in the morning, my voice is a little weak today, just now, because I have not eaten breakfast yet. I have to drink a little more water. Then it was this, to come to know why I am on my own. Why am I? It's many that have asked me that question, because I am a social person. I am outgoing person, not in to have party, but I talk to everyone. And as a pastor, I have a preaching in churches in United States, and got some money of the church because I did that. And so the question have been the whole time, why are you on your own since year 2000? I was married in year 2000, but I left the marriage and left Sweden, and I come to United States without any money at all. No one that I knew in United States, and no one to no home at all. I was homeless in 3.5 years. And I have talking about that. I had in Christmas time in year 2000, I have this man that wanted to marry me, but I couldn't stay with him because he was so weak, and his past wife was so angry at me, so she could kill me. So I have to leave there. And then I come to Florida and was by myself. And been in many bad situations, very close to be killed many times. Been raped and stolen of my belongings and everything. And this is what the brain is going to heal itself. And I maybe get more nightmares now when I can rest. I have until December 16 am I going to my old home, because they are going to check out how much I have cleaned up the the home, and I am disabled, and how can I do? And I don't have any money, and I don't get any support money to pay someone to clean up my home. So it's not clean up. And my landlord say that I'm going to get the high bills to pay after they have done that. But it's only money. It's not taken my life because of that. I have paid my rent for this new apartment, so they can't kick me out from it. And I'm going to pay the rent next time I get my retirement. But I don't have any good retirement, so I can't pay the bills. So when December 16, when it's over there, so December 17, I can really start to relax from everything that have been, and so I'm sure that I'm going to have more nightmares, and and I am not going to be scared because I know it's a healing, and this. In fact, I think it will be interesting to see what the brain coming up with in its healing. And it was this why I have been on my own, and God have answered me today, this morning. He told me that I am on my own because so far have it not been any serious person I have met. No one have really believed in my story, and most of it why people have not understood that this is for real. That is because they are in a prison of religions. That's the main thing, that they have like a stop, a basic stop, because they have grown up with religions. And that God told me this morning. That is the reason why I am on my own. From the start in year 2000, I thought, everyone want to hear my story about God come down and talking to me and took me out from Sweden and out from marriage and let me go on my own in United States. And I have told you many times, you that have followed me, that I have told you that it is a test from God to see what people are willing to do for someone that is the less of everyone. Because they say that all the black people told me that they say that you are less than us. You are in that time when there were segregation, that we black people couldn't walk into some stores or bars or dance places, and not even walk on both sides. The black people, they told me, those old men I met and was talking about in the 50s, 60s, about how they were treated. They couldn't go to some schools, for example. And the worst that is not talking about is this, that they had to go on one payment, one sidewalk. They couldn't choose whatever. They have to go to on one of if it was right or left side of the street. They told me, and they say you are in that way where when we were young and in these 50s, 60s, that we couldn't do everything what a white person could do. And so they say I was less of, in year 2000 I was the less person. And that is right, because God wanted to test people what they should do when they meet me, and no one asked me why I was in the United States, because this is new for me. Now God have opened a door, because I understand now why I ask God every morning to tell me where I should go, what church I should go in to ask for help. And I was to about 100% black churches. And that was because I was different. I was white, and some black churches, they didn't allow any white person to come in their church. But I told them that God have told me that I should go into their church. I told them. So they let me stay there in the church. But many black people was very angry that I was in the church. Especially women was very hateful. And today I understand it, because that was a test. And that was a test on black people, what they did. And I was also hated of white people. I was less in the society. I had not any help because I was white. No, it was the same on both sides. They hated me, and I think it was most confusing who I was, but no one asked me why I was in United States, because I think this is my own thinking. I think they didn't understood that I could speak English, because I have been in a universe, in the university, and I have studied psychology, and I had study administration and computer science. In psychology there were no book no books in Swedish, so we had to know English very good. So I could speak very good English, and also that I have been married in Texas before I come by myself back to United States. So they were thinking that I was born in the United States. And sometimes they say, what states are you from? They say because they heard that I didn't speak a real clean American way. So they thought that it was another state only that I... And sometimes I had to help people to write in English American because they couldn't write in their own languages, and I was so surprised and happy to help them to write in American way, and I did, and so they, of course, they thought that I was from United States, and it helped me in when I lived in Norfolk, Virginia, when the terror attack came, and they told me how they hate foreigners people, and they didn't hear that I was foreigner. So I sit and speak here English American to this podcast, and it was the plan from God that I should do that, because it's that I should reach the whole world with my podcast, and I have done that. I have now the latest, not country, but a territorium is that Åland. That is an island between Sweden and Finland, Suomi. It's like self-political way island, and it have been listener from there also, but I see this in my statistic that it is many that come and listen once, and then they never come back. And that's because they have this lock on them, that they have grown up with a special religion and am thinking like those religions they have grown up in, and can't open the door to new knowledge that am not inside a building or in a book. They can't see these new things that happen in this is the last generation. So when I'm gone, that is the end of this planet. I need to find a solution. And God is speaking to you so much. And this is the answer why I am on my own. Not even my daughter understand what I'm talking about, because she have not grown up in Christianity, but she had been 20 years in a Christian church, and she still live with that church, inside the church, and sometimes she working for them also, and everything is about that church, and they don't understand the church that there is new religious, what I don't know what to say. There is some new lines coming up that God is speaking to us in this third testament there is. And I have to say that from the start. When I come back to Sweden in year 2004, I wrote on internet that I am doing the third testament. I knew that, but I couldn't write a book, and I asked people to help me to write the book that I should do. And no one wanted to help me, even if they got. I told them, you get the whole money from the books they are selling. No one wanted to help me. And now, in 2020, the spirits from God was telling me to do a podcast. So I started to do a podcast, and I don't need to write a book because I have this podcast, and they are speaking to you from out of space, and they are here on this planet also. I have met some what you call aliens, and talking to them, and I have been into spaceship, and I have been back to heaven, and from that place where I come from, to live as a woman. I was in God's throne room, and I have told you about it. And I couldn't see how he looked like because he's spirit, but he's showing me his throne, and then up on that throne there he was sitting. But and now when thinking about it, then it was like the King of Heart, that picture of the original picture that looked like this blonde red hair a king that's sitting, and it's a heart, and I understand it. It's a symbolic for God that he loves. He is pure love, and so he don't do many things. People think that God have not been nice to me, but I tell you that I should do the same over again if God is telling me to do it. It have not harmed me at all, because of course this that I have chronic stress inside my body, but I knew it was for a higher power that I was working for. So it's I never hold it for a long time what happened to me, because I knew already in 2001 like that. I was to this church. I don't remember what it is. This I have it a little like a Quaker church. Thank you. And I was to the Quaker church, and I was sitting, and I was there and asked for help to for everything, but it was food I should get, and that was not the main thing. Money and food was not the main thing for me. It was to come to a place where I could feel safe, a home I needed. And so I wrote on a paper, because I couldn't get anything help in the church. I have to wait. And I knew that this doesn't work on me, because I need to move whenever I find a place where a shelter that I can stay at. I was not staying for a long time in a shelter. And so I knew I maybe should be far away from the Quaker church in Virginia Beach, and Virginia. And but I wrote those papers anyway, because I didn't know. I didn't know that if I should move or not to another shelter. So, and they say on the paper, it says, what have you done for God? It was the question. And I started to write that I was walking around in United States as homeless, to write a book about my journey in United States. I was on my way to say it, write it, but suddenly it come a voice in the air, and it says, no, 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 you are not going to write a book. They say, you are going to write the book of life. And then again, like in 2000, when God come and talk, once again it come a second voice, or death. So that was what God told me, and that I knew from that second. The voice was coming in the air and say that I should do. They say they didn't say I should write. I should do the book of life or death, because there is two books. And most, I'm sad to say it, but as I see it, but God maybe don't see it, but I see it as all names are in the black book, the book of death. Oh, sorry, I said black. The book of death, because inside you have the same heart as everyone. It doesn't matter what color of your skin or the heart is the same thing in everyone. So, and your spirit also. And it have taken another form for me as I am a woman now, and the 6 other times I have been a man. So it can be for you also if you coming back and live another life, that you maybe was white once and now you're black, or the opposite. You were black and now you are white, and that's why you may be thinking as a white person, but you are black, or the opposite, that you have been black and thinking like a white. So that is something, from today. That was not me telling you this, because there is a spirit around me that was saying this to you about the book of life or death, and who you are. It's maybe not showing on your outside. You have maybe a spirit that is the opposite of the skin, and everything is right, because the heart is 100% in everyone, and then it's have been toxic of the devil or the religions and the environments you have lived in, and all of these negative things. So now is it time for me to eat my breakfast, because someone is talking to me just now. It's my stomach is empty, say. So now you have got, and I have got new things from God. He's telling me that no serious person have ever been coming close to me, and that's why I am on my own in 25 years. So, but I say God bless you. Anyway, the highest bless you. And thank you for listening.